Oh my goodness. Working from home is morally wrong. Elon Musk. Wow. There was a time when I had more respect for the guy, not because of his so-called fucking genius, because he's not a genius. Unfortunately, evidence, the way they convict criminals of crimes, you know what I mean? We've all watched CSI, I guess. Well, actually, I've never watched CSI, but I know people watch CSI. Sherlock Holmes, clues tend to point towards evidence, which tends to point towards people. And then once you find motive, that points towards guilt. It's a simple process. Elon Musk, unfortunately, started out as a guy who just had big balls. He took chances that I got to admit I probably wouldn't have taken. I probably would have kept my money and I would have just quietly retired and bought a giant library. Maybe a two-man helicopter, but a library for sure. Okay? And I would have been happy. I would have had my game room over here, library over here, swimming pool, sauna, jacuzzi right there, and I'm the happiest man in the world. As long as my family's taken care of, has a roof over their heads, and they're happy, I'm happy. Real simple. I couldn't invest my last fucking dime in a business like Tesla. That's what he did. They were on the verge. Tesla was on the very ragged tip of the ragged edge of going under. And Elon Musk propped it up with the last of his money. And I will always be grateful for that. No matter how much I dislike his opinions now, I will always be grateful that he kickstarted the electric car industry in the United States of America. He showed that people wanted electric cars and that they were willing to pay a premium price for them. Unfortunately, the premium price thing has stuck. And now, I need to check my PlayStation here. I did a download backup on my drive yesterday. He's not a genius. Wait for the startup screen here. It's very bright, huh? That's how bright my projector is, folks. Okay, searching for signal. Boom, and it immediately goes to, yeah. I don't understand why people have this he's a fucking genius thing. No, the guy just, he took money and he gambled. And that's how Tesla got started. He took his PayPal money, and the guy had aspirations and dreams that I respected then, because it wasn't about him. It was about what he could do for humanity, and I truly believed him. And when I saw his dedication and his balls to the walls commitment for Tesla, I was like, wow, I don't know if I could do that. I would have to get my game room, jacuzzi, library set up, right? I would have to take that and go. But I have to admit, the guy is, at that time, I thought, man, this guy is like, I could look up to this guy. And that's what makes his fall so tragic and so sad for me. Because once Tesla became successful, it became overvalued because of his, let's say, his personality advertising for Tesla. And he was interesting to talk to, but he wasn't controversial. He wasn't a raging fucking white supremacist. He wasn't a conspiracy theory reposter, constantly reposting these outlandish conspiracy theories that are not based in reality. And he's just become this mouthpiece for the worst of society. It's not about helping humanity anymore. He has these far right-wing opinions about how the world should be. The problem is he's got too much wealth and power and people following him on Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. And that's why the whole thing started with Twitter. It was because they wanted to basically say, look, you need to calm your shit down. And he's like, I could just fucking buy you. And that's what happened, folks. Come on. That's what happened. He bought a megaphone for $44 billion that was valued at $21 billion when he bought it. He got taken to the fucking cleaners, which is why he is so desperate to make it a money-making proposition, because this will be his first failure. Twitter will be, I guarantee you, you can mark my words here, Twitter will be a failure. It will become something else. It will be rebranded, and it will become something else. It will probably be bought by some money market fund, okay? And they will attempt to use the database to make money that Twitter has acquired. It will just go down in value until pretty soon just the data they have is all the value the company has. There won't be that many users. Working from home is morally wrong. Well, okay, so that's number one. It's not factually correct. They looked at statistics for productivity, and productivity increased for those people who were working at home instead of working at the office for their jobs. Why? Well, they didn't have to get up and drive through traffic like I used to have to do. I would get in my car and I would drive from Walnut Creek to South San Francisco. Okay? 2 hours, 40 minutes. 2 hours and 40 minutes. On a good day, I could get home in 90 minutes, but a normal day was 2 hours. Especially getting near Caldecott Tunnel and the interchanges. It was a friggin' nightmare. So that's 5 hours a day of non-productive time that I couldn't use at home or at work. So that I could go to work and make cold calls that I could make at home. Just hand me the goddamn ream of contacts you want me to call. See? Way more productive. Less gas, less time, I'm not sitting for 5 hours of my car idling most of the time in traffic. Move 10 feet, stop. Move 10 feet, stop. It's mental torture for people who haven't experienced that kind of traffic every single day. That's all you think about when you think about work. You don't think about work. You think about the traffic you have to contend with every day, going and coming and going. So, it's the stupidest thing to fucking say that it's morally wrong. What does morality have to do with whether you work at home or not? Explain that to me, Elon. Why did you use the term it's morally wrong? What morally? Morally. Are you talking about a society morally or an individual morally? Morals are something individuals have, okay? And choosing where to work from is not a moral decision or a choice. It has nothing to do with morals, okay? You either need a dictionary, a thesaurus or something, okay? Maybe you just got a little overly excited, but when you say shit like this, it proves to me 100% that the genius tag that you've acquired is false. It's not real. That is an emotional outrage being produced by someone who has too many ears listening to him. He's causing ills and ails to society right now. He's promoting people who want to be promoted by him to go do bad shit and to think weird ways. Okay, this whole fucking conspiracy thing he has. When the pedo guy thing happened, that I was like, okay, that has to be a mistake. That is so outrageously morally fucked up because someone told you no for the first time that you're going to accuse him of being a pedophile. That was the day I started watching him and his moral fiber. And from that day forth, it has declined in value until today. I see him as a negative value. Reading any story about him, seeing anything, it's just, and my newsfeed is like Elon, 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 Elon. You know what I mean? It's just, it's out of fucking hand. I think he's overly stressed. He's overly spread himself thin. He's mentally completely fucking destroyed about this Twitter thing because he knows that smart people, even just normal people like me, understand that he paid $44 billion for something that was worth 21 because of his fucking mouth. He stepped in this shit and then tried to wipe it off and get away from it, but the smell followed him and he was forced because he knew he was going to lose in court. He was forced, right? He lied and lied and lied and lied about something that he knew was a lie. The whole bot traffic thing at Twitter. They knew there were bots there. He knew there was bots there before he opened his mouth. You don't make an offer unless you think you can fix a problem. But how did he fix the problem? He chased everyone away. Everyone left. Okay? I mean, all the advertisers fled. Not because of what I believe is right or wrong, but because of what they believe is right or wrong. And we just happen to agree on what is right or wrong. Okay? So, I think he's pretty much done. He's pretty much done. Everything he says now, it seems to be based in controversy because he's just completely fucking needy. Okay? He's needy of the admiration and, you know what I mean? If he wanted me to admire him, take $1 billion and feed some people, dude. Okay? That might impress me.